Good afternoon. Welcome to iKids Resources where learning is interactive. So this week we will be addressing the topic of cognitive development, or what you may call intellectual development. So the theory of cognitive development was founded by a biologist called Jean Piaget. You might have heard the name before. So according to Jean Piaget, between the period of, say, birth to the time when you become an adult, you would have passed through different levels or different stages of cognitive development. Among those stages are the sensor motor from birth to, say, 18 to 24 months. There is also the pre-operational from 18 to 24 months to about 7 years old. And there is the concrete operational from 7 years old to about 12 years old. And there's concrete operational between adolescence and adulthood. So today we will be focusing primarily on the sensor motor level. But before that, according to the theory, some children may pass through different stages at different ages than the average age. So understand that although a child might be, say, age 18 to 24 months, he might very well be at the pre-operational stage. But according to Piaget, no stage of this cognitive development might be missed, so that a child may be even operating at more than one stage. So cognitive development always follow a particular sequence. You have to pass through the sensor motor stage before you move on to the pre-operational or to the concrete operational and formal operational stage. Each stage is marked by different or by new intellectual capabilities or cognitive capabilities and more complex understanding of the world. So, at each level of cognitive development, you're expected to be advancing rather than being at the same stage or less at that stage. So the sensor motor, remember we said this stage is from birth to 18 to 24 months. At the early phase of this stage, what happens is that children are only aware of things in their immediate surrounding or immediate environment. So they can see what is in front of them and what they are doing, as well as physical interactions that are in their immediate environment. These are what they respond to. This level is characterized by constant experimentation. What do we mean by that? So at the sensor motor level, what happens is the child may throw things, they might be putting things in their mouth. They're constantly trying to make sense of their environment, and so they do a lot of things that allows them to make that sense of the world around them. They're basically on a trial and error mission. Later in the sensory motor stage, though, what happens is that the children becomes more focused and more goal oriented. So between, like, say, 7 to 9 months, they begin to realize that objects are have a permanence. So this part of this stage is called object permanence, where they understand that the things that they have been seeing in their environment have a permanence. And so they begin to develop their memory and they begin to remember things more permanently. There is increased physical mobility, and so the child may begin to crawl, to stand, and to walk. And this increased mobility results in increased brain development as well. Closer to the end of the sensory motor stage, between 18 and 24 months, then the child's language begins to develop, and so the child might start talking. So As Piaget said, the stages of cognitive development, you will have to pass through stage 1 before you move to stage 2. For example, a child babbles before he talks. He doesn't talk and then he starts babbling. So remember now that there are 4 stages of cognitive development. We have looked at 1 today. The next time we meet, we will be going through the other 3. Until then, goodbye. Thank you for listening.